Hey guys, Markus from SceneTV. We have got more Adelaide Fringe 2017 coming at you right now. Alongside of me is the delightful Amity Dry. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome
How are
to
you?
SceneTV.
Thanks, my love.
Mwah. You, of course, are playing the Adelaide Fringe, which starts, what day do you start?
I open on March 7th.
March the 7th. And her show is called 39 Forever. I personally subscribe to 29 Forever, or whatever floats her boat. Darling, 39 Forever. Tell me about the show. What is it?
All right, so the idea came to me last year. I just had my 39th birthday, which I now have to admit because I've written a show about it. Yeah. And I really don't want to have any more birthdays, and I sort of thought that was a fun idea for a show. So it's basically my therapy that's turned into a show about getting older, about how everybody tells women that they become invisible after 40 and what that means and how that feels. It's about social media and Botox and the quest to stay looking young forever and, you know, how that feels.
Yeah, wow. And so this is a brand new show, isn't it?
Brand new show, world premiere.
Which has come off the leg of Mother, Wife, Complicated Life. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was brilliant, completely written by Amity herself. So this one is just a you production again? You've done all this?
So Mother, Wife and the Complicated Life started off as a cabaret show. So it was my first ever cabaret show in the 2009 Fringe. And then that went on to be a musical, and it's played in New York and Norway, and it's going to London and Sweden, and it's just been amazing. So,
it's bigger than Amity Dry.
Yeah, way bigger, way bigger. So this is my first new show in quite a few years, so I'm really excited about it.
How long has this taken to produce?
So when I came up with the idea, I wasn't planning on doing a Fringe show, and I was going to sleep late last year, and the idea 39 Forever popped into my head, and I went, oh, that's a good title. So I wrote it down, then tried to go back to sleep, and then I started coming up with a few lines, and that were quite funny, so I wrote them down, tried to get back to sleep. Next thing you know, I'm just writing. So I got up, and I kept writing until about 4 a.m. And then I went to sleep, and then I took my kids to school the next morning, and then I went to a cafe, and I wrote all day and all night, and then I was like, I've got a show here. I need to register it for the Fringe. So I kind of had the first base of it in one day, and then I've just been tweaking and rewriting over the last 6 months.
Is it a one-woman show, or have you got a cast?
It's just me and a pianist, the fantastic Jamie Burgess, who's coming in
pianist?
from pianist. Me and a pianist.
Penis.
Yeah.
Because I had to clarify that straight on after you ever actually got puppetry of the penis.
Right.
So I just wanted to make sure.
Slightly different pianist to that, but
totally
you know,
just checking.
Yeah, it is a male pianist. So,
and I'm sure he's got one.
I'm sure he does.
But
he's coming from Melbourne for the show. So yeah, just me. So it's
awesome.
The first time I've done a show on my own in a few years. So I miss my girls on stage.
Yeah, but you know what? The audience is there with you. It's all good.
Yeah. We're going to be having fun.
Really like about your career right now is that, you know, your singing and your musicals, you know, this side of you has become bigger than the block part of you.
Yes.
I'm sure you all knew Amity was on the original block, the very first one, and then the block All Stars.
Yeah.
But this has now overshadowed, you know, that period of your life, hasn't it?
Which is great. And, you know, I was a singer before the block. I was a singer before the original block. And then obviously I had my album, The Lighthouse, off the back of that. And that was great. And then for a while there, people were saying to me, oh, are you still singing? And I was like, yeah, that's actually my real job. Like, I've never stopped doing that. But when you're on TV, people start to know you for that, and it's always Amity from the block, and that's all fine. Like, I never shy away from that, but I would much prefer the attention to be on what I do, because that's my passion and my job and my craft and what I love.
Well, your new projects, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, yesterday was yesterday.
Exactly. And, you know, the All Stars was now, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And that was a really great, like, they were two really great experiences, but this is where all of my passion lies. So, and, you know, now these days, when women come up to me, it's about my shows. It's not about the block. So that's great.
So how much singing is involved in the new show 39 Forever?
So it's a 60-minute show, and it's a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking, and a lot of singing. There's a few funny little covers. Like, I talk about sort of from birth to now at 39, how how we search for the beauty ideal. So what it was like back in the 80s when I was crimping my hair and wearing my blue eyeshadow, and, you know, teens and then early 20s and pregnancy. So it's fun. Like, there's songs from those eras. So there will be some sing-alongs. So, you know, there's a little bit of New Kids on the Block. Yeah. And then two of my original songs. So it's just a you know, it's a little bit of comedy, a little bit of self-help, and a little bit of singing.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you know what, aside from the whole pregnancy thing, I think I went through all of those periods, the crimping, the blue eyeshadow, all of it.
Yeah. And, you know, things change. And, you know, women particularly, our lives are so focused on how we look. Like, so much energy is spent worrying about if we're skinny enough or pretty enough, or if we're following the fashions and the trends, and are people looking at us, do we fit in? And then you get to 39 and you're sort of like, okay, this next stage of my life, how is that going to change? And how do you sort of, you know, deal with that? Because I still feel like I'm 25 in my head.
Honey, you always will be, and especially in my eyes.
Thank you, my
Because
love.
as young as you are, it means I'm there with you. You've just moved into a brand new home, which you designed, styled, everything.
Yeah.
How's that going? Well,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful house, and especially over summer with the pool, and it's all open plan. But I'm just happy that now it's kind of built, it's decorated. We've done all the photo shoots, we've done videos, and now I can just live in it and not feel like I'm styling it all the time. Because I felt for the first sort of year, I was afraid to. Like, the kids would touch something and be like, don't touch that, don't put your hands there. And now we just have to live in it like a family home.
Yeah.
So there's already scuffs on the walls and things, but that's kids. You can't, you know, it's a house.
You guys, you got to check out her styling. She is still doing it, clearly. All of her photos of this new house are on her Facebook page.
Facebook and Instagram.
So follow Amity Dry, everyone. She's amazing. A lady of many, many talents. Now, the brochure, the booklet, the magazine, Adelaide Fringe, everyone's got this by now. I totally know it. Amity's got her show in here. When is the show playing till?
So I open on March 7th on Tuesday night. I think there is about 5 tickets left for that. And then the rest of the season is sold out, which is amazing. So that's 12 shows. So we have added 5 more shows.
Sweet.
That run from the 10th, 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th at 5:15 p.m. in Gluttony, in the Octagon. Go and check it out on Fringe Tix. There's 2 links because there's 2 different venues, so don't be confused by that. Come and see it.
Get on it, guys. It's going to be brilliant. We've been with the lovely, delightful Amity Dry. I love it when you come to visit me.
Thank you.
You've been watching SceneTV. We're going to see you for more really soon. Ciao.
Bye.